I'm pausing in between recording content for Lifted Love, which is my 21-day subconscious reprogramming towards self-love. I'm pausing in between these videos so that I'm recording to record this message right now because it's coming through strong. And you're probably going to experience me in a different way. What I am calling forward in recording this video is exactly what I want to speak to you about, and that is embracing your totality, that all parts of you get to exist at the same time. Most of us have a really strong history of only letting bits of ourselves be allowed in specific spaces, at specific times, around specific people. And so we're really just like walking around with a piece of our puzzle, hoping that people get to see the whole thing, but we're actually only providing them with a little bit. There's this sense that there's a lot of you, myself included, who have diminished yourself so much that it's almost like you don't know who you are anymore, and that there's parts of yourself that have been scattered from the past that are asking to be reclaimed in this moment so that the wholeness of you, your fire, your depth, your sensitivity, your emotions, your brilliance, your creativity, your boldness, maybe I already said that, but fucking bold, audacious, that part of you is magic. And the more we repress it, the less we get in life. Meaning we're not giving our full self, so life is reflecting that and giving back what little we're putting out. We might think that we're being self-expressed, but if we really look at how we're talking, how we're moving, how we stumble over words because we want to say the right thing, because we don't want someone else to be uncomfortable, how we apologize for something, how we over-explain something, how we diminish who and what we are, the value that we have in the world, that we think of ourselves as minimal, as not that valuable, of still, oh, I'm still trying to figure it out. Oh, this gift that I have, it's not that important. Oh, as long as people just kind of like me, then I'm okay. No, that is not what you are here for, baby. That is not it. You are here to have the fullest expression of your being expressed. Your soul has these very specific ways, signatures, styles of expressing, not just when you're talking, how you move, how you dress, how you handle interactions with people, what you create in the world. Every single way that you move through this world is your self-expression. So most of us have dimmed. We cannot do that anymore. We cannot be less and hope for more. It does not work that way. We cannot be a sliver of our whole self. And if we are doing that, then we're really not being ourself, because our self is the whole, is the totality, right? So right now, I am bringing this fire energy that I have that sometimes has been tamped down. I'm bringing this forward to express a message of love and care, right? We can also express a message of love and care in a very gentle and deep and somber way, which sometimes is how we're being called to express. So whatever you are not allowing in your self-expression, it's only going to hurt you. You have to. You have to be the fullness of self. That means getting comfortable with people being uncomfortable around you. A couple of days ago on Instagram, I posted a video that a friend saw, and he responded to me directly saying that initially my bigness, my boldness, my weirdness, and I was being quite bold and loud and weird, that it made him uncomfortable initially. And then he recognized that the reason that it made him uncomfortable is that I was allowing the fullest expression of self, God self, to be there, to be expressed, and that he was recognizing where there was more space for him to be doing that in his life. That's really the only reason that people become uncomfortable with our self-expression. So as we become comfortable, the more we do that fullness, that self-expression, that taking up space in a way, of course, that is not like taking up space of anybody else, but saying, hey, my life matters. Who I am matters. This limited amount of time that I have on earth is important and valuable. So whatever work you're doing in the world, this will affect that greatly because you will have more self-respect. So whether you're working for somebody else, you're working for yourself, you're a creative, whatever you're doing, when you recognize that this life that you are living is valuable, that the time that you have is valuable, that the things that you know, the wisdom that you have, the energy that you have to offer other people is highly, highly valuable, then other people will value you. But you have to hold that space and that frequency yourself. If someone comes and asks you to be a little bit less, no, thank you. Take that somewhere else. If someone asks you in some very polite way that maybe you could do it differently, maybe you could do something specifically for me, I really need this. Of course, feel into your heart, be generous, da 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 da. But a lot of us have been way too generous at our own expense. It's only going to feel worse. Tap in to that fire within yourself, the knowing of who the fuck you are, of your value, of this limited time that you have on earth, and how are you spending it? Do you want to live another day, week, year hiding this energy? It's killing you. It was certainly killing me. You came here to be all of you. That's your purpose. That's the headline. Your purpose is simply to be all of you. And then that will express in very specific ways. Right? My purpose right now is to be all of me in front of this camera, allowing life force to flow. My purpose later today will be to take a walk, to love on myself, to cook for myself, to have a conversation with a friend, to create something. But while I'm doing that, all of me is allowed in that space. Not partitioning, not sectioning off, not saying, ooh, not here, not in this space. Oh, that's dedicated for another time and place, or only those people. No. Bring your boldness. Bring your opinions. Bring what you got to the table. And if the table doesn't like it, you're at the wrong table. It's that easy. And so you will find that the more that you are self-expressive, the more that you own this one lifetime that you own your value. As you do that, what you will do is repel people who don't own their value. You will repel people who are stuck in a place of, oh, every time you talk to them, it's all about their problems and they're never doing anything about it. You will repel those people because you will no longer be the space that, like, just dump all of your problems on me. No, I'll compassionately listen, but I will also reflect that you have the ability to change your life. So you will repel those people. And what you will do is find the people who honor and value themselves, because you will magnetically attract. They will find you because they will value you. Right? So for an example, let's say that you're creating something and selling it online, and you've charged $12 for whatever this thing is. And it's definitely undervalued, and you know it. And it's barely feeding you in return. When you start to own, hey, I put a lot of time and love and energy into this, and it's highly valuable. I actually know that this should be $30, $50, $100. When you do that, it becomes more valuable. And the people that will recognize its value will come. And the people that are like, actually, I really wish that was $5. They'll find a $5 thing somewhere else. Know your worth. Know your value. Bring all of yourself to the table. There is no other way to feel deeply, wholly satisfied by this life. Okay, now get on with your day. Love you.